Well, the United States of America is in disarray. The Congress of the United States of America have acquired the birthday list from the state of Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted man from solicitation of a minor for sex, an intimate friend of the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, and um, the one who was very related to the first lady of the United States of America, Melania Knaf Trump from Slovenia, Russia. Yeah. So so now the United States of America government right now, it is not serving the people of the United States of America. It is serving the president of the United States of America, a convicted Polaco. They arrive in the United States of America, his father and mother, and they learn how to speak English. Yes, the Scots do not speak English. They speak Scottish or Celtic from the Iberia Peninsula. Yes, Trump is an Iberian too, a Cuban. you know, his kids are from Czechoslovakia, and the the spokesperson of the White House, the place where the executive branch reside, now is not defending the reality of the country. Is defending Trump by saying that the letter that was presented was not Mr. Trump's letter. He did not wrote that letter. And it is very interesting because he writes the letter and he says something that, like, Jeffrey, you and I, we have a lot in common. And he has the photo or the image with this, like a stick image of a female biology. And now he's saying that he didn't do that. Not only he's saying that, the government, the United States of America workers are saying that. So they are not representing any longer the people of the United States of America. And we're not talking here color coding of political parties like happened in Rome in the 380s, where everybody wore color code green and color code blue, so they can go into the ball game, into the teatro, and see the gladiators killing each other for fun. And now, because they are color code, they translate that to the political system and almost destroy the empire. And how they dealt with that was easy. They offer everybody stuff. I'm going to give you, and I'm going to give you, and come and gather at the symposium of the arena of the teatro or the Circus Maximus. So all these little white Americans from Poland, they learn how to speak English back in 300 and something in Byzantium, what they call Byzantium today, the Roman Empire. They gathered together and the emperor killed them all. Like 40,000 people or something like that in the theater. They slaughtered everybody for being stupid. So that is what we're talking about here. We're talking about the same, no different. Right now, the government of the United States of America is controlled by criminals, people who just want to deceive. And many United States of America nationals are protecting that existence because they have forgotten where this country is originated from. And that is an amazing thing. That is where we are. Uh, and you see that being played out every day on the streets of the United States of America. Right now, they want to bring the little followers, the little lambs, The United States of America soldier, they have completely been conditioned to kill their own and to repudiate their family. Now, repudiate their family. And now they are running around the streets of the United States of America with the little uniforms and the little equipment that we pay for it, and trying to feel good while the country is collapsing around them, led by people who are basically human traffickers and child molesters. And it is the reality. You see that every day. You see how the industries in the United States of America have completely collapsed. The best example of this is Hyundai in Georgia. Georgia, in my opinion, out of all the states in the union, in my opinion, Georgia is the most insane state. They are completely color code. They completely everything relates about color coding, and also evangelicals. They are so pious. They are evangelicals. They believe in Jesus Christ and they eat snakes and stuff and dance around. I mean, these people are seriously primitive, and they repudiate their own family while they feel good worshiping at a church. Hallelujah, hallelujah. And they have completely forgotten where they come from, where their names are. You see that in Georgia when the Hyundai factory was attacked, and all the employees removed, like 500 of them, removed from their task of working because they were illegal aliens. Illegal aliens. So now ask yourself a question: why why a a human from North Korea is working in Georgia in a North Korean car plant? Why? I mean, you have to analyze the reality of it. Are these people immigrants? No, these people are not immigrants. These people are conquerors. And that is the difference. Because we sold our automobile industries to the world, and now we expect that nothing is going to change, and we expect that they return here and give us every cent that we give them. I mean, think about that. The people who run that plant are North Koreans because the plant is from North Korea. So, what is going to happen now? Do you think that the North Koreans are going to employ crazy lunatics, color code, that look at them like inferior race of some kind from Georgia? That they call themselves white evangelicals that arrived here from Europe in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s and 50s, learn how to speak English, and now they think they're white, and they have renowned or renounced to their correct ideological makeup or ethnic group, like being a Christian Nicean or Nicean Christian, and have become something crazy. Do you think that North Koreans are going to employ these people? No, they will not. They will not. They know that they are lazy. They know they always complain, get unions, and get all these crazies in, and end up worshiping people like Donald Trump, a liar, a con man. And that is what is happening right now in the United States of America. And you see that play out every day. And how we deal with this? Well, we pay people like CNN repeaters, Fox repeaters, NPR repeaters, and all these commercial broadcasters to tell you something like this. The American Secretary of the Treasury, you know, he's making policy. The American War Department has been changed by a Polaco name. I forgot his name from Poland. They have in his chest the symbol of the Kingdom of Spain and King Philip of the Sixth, the cross of Jerusalem. But they are not calling them the United States of America Treasury Department or the United States of America War Department. Now they call it the American, like if they own America's Vespucci continent. And do you think the Canadians are going to go for that? No. What they're going to do is they're going to be turning themselves up to the European Union. And eventually, we are going to be so isolated, so crazy primitive that we are going to be like the island of Cuba. Because that is exactly what happened. The island of Cuba, Haiti, all these Caribbean islands are completely devastated because because it is by design. Who control the islands control the world. So if it is not for you, it is not for me. The United States of America was created by the people of France and the Kingdom of Spain for that reason, to maintain a balance in Europe, to keep the English from overtaking the entire planet, to keep the Russians from overtaking the entire planet. It's a matter of fact that at the time that this happened, the Chinese were not even involved in expansion, and now they are. The Koreans were not involved in expansion, and now they are in the United States of America, conquering the United States of America with their industry, with their know how. So now the United States of America is no longer needed as a balance because the dollar is no longer be significant. It's no longer needed because the dollar is no longer based on gold like prior to Mr. Nixon. So what is going to happen? Well, the Chinese can go direct to the I don't know, the Colombians and buy coffee up there without the utilization of the dollar. All European countries they do not need the dollar, or the bloc countries they come out with China, Russia, South Africa, Brazil, the United States of Brazil. They do no longer need the dollar, and when the dollar is not needed anymore, if we, the United States of America, will cease to exist as what we are right now, a power, a world power, and the power will be returned to Europe like always have been. And who is at fault? Well, it is your fault and my fault because we do not recognize the what we need to be doing is not competing for power over the world. What we need to be competing is to advance civilization as a whole, as a planet, because unless we do that, we will disappear. Eventually, our species will disappear. The only way we can advance outside the planet is by having a singularity as a species and control of the planet, of our living space, our food supply, the way we value work that is fundamental. The dollar will no longer be the measurement system to transfer work. Something else is going to be replacing it. What that will be, I have no idea, but it will eventually be developed. And that is what I see in our future. What I see in our future is the return back to the early 1900, from 1914 to 1918. Chaos and competition among the oligarchy. And eventually will arrive to, let's say, the 1950s 70s when we have some kind of stabilization on the world and the European Union was created. So we will see what is going to happen in the next 50, 60, 100 years. And I will not be here to see it, but you will be. So go out there and start working on it and start changing the planet because right now is an amazing time of speaking to the world and making sense of our world that we don't have the data to comprehend. So go up there and change it. Find that data. Saludos.